we're looking at learning. So we can learn different subjects. There's so many subjects that we can choose to learn, to study. So we're talking about learning. So if we look at this photo in a textbook, we can see that it is walking into a new building in Danzhou, China. So I hope I said that correct. So we could see we have a library. It looks like a library and lots of books. Amazing. Okay, so we know that that's what it looks like. What do you think this building is for? It's a library where people go to read books, borrow books. That's what happens. Now we're going to listen to a travel podcast. So that means somebody speaking about their trip. We're going to answer the question, why is Yanzhou famous? So why is this place, Yanzhou, famous? Famous means that everybody knows it. What types of books can you find in this place? Now remember, just like the last lesson where we looked at types of films, you remember horror, documentary, romantic. It's the same thing with books. You've got romantic books, you've got thriller books. So when it says what types, that means there's lots of different books. So which one is it? Is it books on history? Is it books on physics, literature, geography, biology, mathematics, chemistry, information technology? That's like computer and stuff like that. Okay, so we want to see what type of books and why is this place famous. And then we're going to talk about the subjects that we did at school, the subjects that we find the most interesting. And we're going to speak about that, okay? So it's all about learning and talking about different subjects. So different topics that we can learn and speak about. Okay, so let's listen to the audio.
Track 91, Unit 10 Opener. The city of Yangzhou is famous in history as a city of learning and culture. Some of China's most famous artists and writers came from here. Now the city also has the most modern bookshop in the world. When you enter, you feel like you are in a river of books. They are on the walls and above you and below you. As you walk towards the center, there are separate rooms with books on every subject, from geography to history, maths to chemistry, biology to children's literature.
Understand? We'll do it together. So why is this place famous? Yanzhou. It's a modern bookshop. Yes, it's modern. It has a lot of learning and culture. Yeah, exactly. It's modern. Modern means like it's new. You know, it's pretty new. I can see like the glass and I mean, it's amazing. It looks very, you know, like a tunnel. It's really nice and modern. And yes, because there's lots of learning in there, lots of culture. What types of books can we find at this library? Sorry? History, yes. History, but every subject. So history, geography, maths, chemistry, children, literature. So every subject you can find in this library. Okay, so now you're going to tell me about which subject is most interesting to you. So remember, it could be not just a school subject. Maybe you want to talk about now in your life. Do you enjoy politics, you know, like talking about the president and what's happening? Do you enjoy talking about, you know, poverty, poor people and what's happening in the world, or war? Are you interested in talking about what's the world war or environmental issues? Okay, so it doesn't just have to be a high school subject. It could be a subject now that you're studying. You know, it just means a topic that you're interested in. Okay, so let's read, and then you're going to tell me what's interesting for you. So Eloise says, at the moment, I like learning about cuisine. Okay, so that means food, cuisine, from different cultures. I really enjoy discovering and trying new dishes. Along with the food comes the history of the country, how it was created, the combination of new flavors, and what it can represent in its specific culture. Okay, so Eloise is interested in food from different cultures. So you want to say what and why you're interested in. Okay, Henry says, in my opinion, he's interested in the weather. So the weather in Australia is very wonderful. It can be said that in a day, there are 4 seasons. In the morning, it is cold, there is a lot of fog, and you can't see the road. At noon, when it is hot, in the afternoon, it is raining, and in the evening, it is cold. I think the weather is great, but I still haven't forgotten about this weather. So he's interested in weather. Suellen says, I don't think that's the right post for it. So I'm just going to go to the next one. Javiera says, the most interesting subject for me is English because I need it to communicate and enjoy my stay here in Adelaide. Curly says, I love history because I'm curious about the past. The war stories and heroic legends at the time made me feel like I was in an era, that just means in a time, full of blood and passion. For me, history is like a long book. Every historical event, every hero, I'm fascinated by it. History is the treasure of mankind, which contains infinite wisdom and experience and guides us in the direction of progress. So that's interesting. Curly likes history. So next time when you see Curly, you can speak history to him. Okay, so that's all we had. I didn't have much examples. There's some wrong posts in there, which I'll delete in a moment. So now you're going to write, tell me which subject. Remember, it can be a topic like you like the news or environmental issues, or maybe you enjoy reading about economy. You know, how is a country doing? Is it doing well? What's it doing with the taxpayers' money? Politics, so many different subjects. Maybe psychology. Maybe you like helping people and talking to people about psychology or medicine, biology. It can be any subject. Okay, so tell us about what subjects do you like and why is it interesting to you? So for me at the moment, I like, I guess politics has been a new one for me. I think I told you I've been watching the war. The in America where they have the presidential debate. So I've been interested in seeing politics, what's happening, which team is going to win. Is it the Republicans or the Democrats? So that's been an interest for me. Maybe also religion. That's my new topic. So I've been really interested to read what's happening in religion and yeah. So that's subjects that I find most interesting. Yeah, so you can write as well and speak about what your topic is, but say why. Tell us, why do you really enjoy this topic? And maybe when did you start? Is it a topic maybe you were always studied when you were young, Or is it a new topic? Maybe you've recently, learn about it. You're recently interested in it. Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes. Which subject is most interesting to you?